there, this is Michael. I have a question for you. Do you know what your conflict management style is? Did you even realize you had one? Well, the fact of the matter is that all of us do. Today, in this video, we are going to be examining 5 different approaches that people tend to take when it comes to managing conflict. We are going to be utilizing information from the Thomas-Kilmann Conflict Management Tool. In the video description, you will find a link where you can take a free assessment to help you determine what your specific conflict management style is. Okay, understanding conflict resolution style. Before we go any further, please understand that I am going to be using the terms conflict resolution style and conflict management style interchangeably. Now, moving forward, just know that there are 2 factors that strongly shape our choice of conflict resolution style. Number 1, how hard do we push for things that we want? What is our agenda? Number 2, how much attention do we give to the relationship? When we put these 2 factors together, we can find 5 different styles of conflict resolution. Each has a different focus and a unique set of strengths and weaknesses. As I mentioned in the intro, we're going to be using the Thomas-Kilmann Conflict Model as the basis for our talk today. The first conflict style we're going to talk about is the avoiding style. This style aims to reduce conflict by ignoring it, removing the conflicted party, or evading it in some manner. This can be an effective conflict resolution style if there is a chance that a cool down period would be helpful, or if you need more time to consider your stance on the conflict itself. Avoidance should not be a substitute for proper resolution. A pro for this style is it gives people time to calm down, and it can survive a surprising amount of issues. Time and space can give much needed perspective to those in conflict, and some issues will resolve themselves. Managers show that they trust employees to act like adults and solve issues. The con is that if it's used in the wrong situations, this technique will make conflicts worse. Managers can seem incompetent if they overuse avoidance because employees will think that they are incapable of handling disagreements. The second style that we're going to look at is called the accommodating style. This style is about simply putting the other party's needs before one's own. You allow them to win and get their way. Accommodation is for situations where you don't care as strongly about the issue as the other person, if prolonging the conflict is not worth your time or if you think you might be wrong. This option is about keeping the peace, not putting in more effort than the issue is worth, and knowing when to pick battles. Accommodation can be the absolute best choice to resolve small conflict and move on with more important issues. This style is highly cooperative on the part of the resolver, but it can lead to resentment. One pro of this is that small disagreements can be handled quickly and easily with a minimum amount of effort. A con is that you might be viewed as weak if you accommodate too often. Using this technique with larger or more important issues will not solve any issues in a meaningful way and should absolutely be avoided. The third style is the competing style. This style rejects compromise and involves not giving in to others' viewpoints or wants. One party stands firm on what they think is the correct handling of a situation and does not back down until they get their way. This can be in situations where morals dictate that a specific course of action is taken, when there is no time to try and find a different solution, or when there is an unpopular decision to be made. This kind of style should not be relied upon heavily. People using this style show that they are strong and will not back down on their principles. Disputes are solved quickly, and there is no space for any disagreement or discussion. On the flip side, people using this style can be seen as unreasonable and authoritarian. Handling conflicts by crushing any dissent will not lead to happy, productive relationships, nor will it lead to finding the best solutions in most cases. Moving on, the compromising style. This style seeks to find a middle ground by asking both parties to concede some aspects of their desire so that a solution can be agreed upon. This style is sometimes known as a lose-lose, in that both parties will have to give up a few things in order to agree on the larger issue. This is used when there is a time crunch or when a solution simply needs to happen rather than be perfect. This style can also lead to resentment, especially if it is overused. One benefit of this style is that issues can be resolved quickly, and the parties in conflict will leave understanding more about the other person's perspective. Compromise can set the stage for collaboration down the road and allow both parties to feel heard. People using this style are seen as facilitating agreement, being hands on, and finding solutions. Conversely, no one leaves completely happy. In some cases, one side might feel as though they're sacrificed too much and be unwilling to compromise again in the future. Finally, the collaborating style. This style produces the best long term results. At the same time, it is often the most difficult and time consuming to reach. Each party's needs and wants are considered, and a win win solution is found so that everyone leaves satisfied. This often involves all parties sitting down together, talking through the conflict, and negotiating a solution together. This is used when it is vital to preserve the relationship between all parties, or when the solution itself will have a significant impact. A benefit of this style is everyone leaves happy. The solution that actually solves the problems of the conflict is found, and the manager who implements this tactic will be seen as skilled. On the flip side, this style of conflict management is time consuming. Deadlines or production may have to be delayed while solutions are found, which might take a long time. Okay, thank you for watching. Hey, go take that assessment. The link is in the description of this video. You can do it. It's not going to take that long. On a closing note, I just want to add that, in my experience as a leader, I've used all of these different styles to resolve conflict. Some are easier to use than others. Some situations will call for different measures to be used. But I will say that the collaborating style is my favorite one to use because it feels like that is the one where everybody comes out ahead. And if you're willing to put in the hard work and they're willing to put in the hard work, a solution can be found that will benefit everybody. Until next time.